Hello, welcome back. This is Miniature Mike, and I'm going to be following up my video from a couple days ago on Ahsoka with a squad building video for her. The squad I put together is kind of similar to one you guys have probably already seen from me, but I put some wrinkles in it to include Commander Ahsoka to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more interesting. If you look at one of the ones I made quite a while ago, I did one of Commander Ahsoka and Jedi Master Kit Fisto with doing some crazy, crowd fighting basically. So anyway, let's jump into this one. So I'm going to call it Ahsoka Slayers. I'm not going to use Kit Fisto this time, but I think I got some other fun stuff up my sleeve. So let's get jumping on here. I'm going to use Commander Ahsoka for one, of course, and then to boost her ability, let's use Masamata. It's always needed. Masamata, and then what I want to pair her with is Maris Brood. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So with Maris Brood being able to get essentially having rolling cleave, Maris Brood already has twin attack, so it'd be an opportunity. It'd be something that'd be really powerful for her to be able to just already be able to do 2 attacks on that cleave and have just good powers that kind of work with it. So I think that's a solid one. Giving her rolling cleave would be a lot of fun. And I want to make both of them better. So in line with the video I just did, I'm going to do, let's see, Trainer. I'm going to do Qui-Gon Jinn Jedi Trainer, of course, because he's going to be able to give both of these Jedi, who don't have the best attack off the bat, solid attack. They'll both have 13, be really nice crowd fighters, and it'll be very solid. So with what I got going on here, I need some other things to fill in the gaps. So let's do R2-D2. I want to do R2-D2 Astromech Droid for door control, that kind of thing. And also flight could be kind of fun, or tow cable could be kind of fun potentially. Do some shenanigans with that. Get these characters into good positions. And then what kind of fodder do I want to use with this? So let's do... I took a look at the cheap force users to see who would make the most sense. I thought about doing the younglings. Not bad, but then I decided I want to do Felutions instead. So the reason why I want to do Felutions, do a bunch of these, is because they already have solid attack, and now they'll have more attack. They'll be able to have 11 attack, which is really good, really solid, and then they'll also be able to get rolling cleave. So in potential group settings, if you're against a bunch of grunts, they'll be able to easily knock out grunts and have a good chance of just doing hits on their own. I also like that they have parry, so it's nice to build that in. They'll have some nice survivability for melee. And then they'll have Force Blast as well to be, get a little extra oomph, a little extra attack. So for a 7, I think you're getting a lot here from somebody that's going to be able to get some extra commander effects along the way. So let's add a bunch of these guys in as the fodder. They're very cheap, and they benefit from both commander effects. And I'm just going to load up until I run out. Yeah, I figured, don't need to do anybody else. I was thinking of potentially doing the Rhodian Brutes, but I was like, well, they don't benefit necessarily from Jedi Trainer's commander effect, whereas these guys do, so I figured I'd go with that. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Quick squad building, so I'm going to zoom in one more time so it's a little bit bigger. Got Maris Brood, do most of the damage. She's going to be buffed by Ahsoka, by Jedi Trainer, and then by R2-D2 Astromech Droid, can do the door control. Masamata, you know what he's for. And then just a bunch of Felutions that can be really helpful for activation control, being able to control your tempo. And then they're really solid. They get really buffed quite nicely, I'd say, by being able to have all these other characters in there. So anyway, thought this would be a fun one. Take a look at it and review it on not Facebook, but on Blue Milk or on YouTube, of course, but would love to hear your thoughts on this. It is really similar to some of the other squads I've done, especially by doing Jedi Trainer again and Maris Brood. And I also already used Commander Ahsoka with another one, but I thought it'd be a fun kind of variation on that. But anyways, enjoy that. I don't have another character comparison video quite on the works just yet. I have a couple things in mind I'll be doing, just as a little update, by the way. But there's another video I'm really looking forward to, actually a couple videos I'm really looking forward to that I'm going to work on putting out in the next couple weeks. One of them is just a compilation of my favorite Star Wars tracks or music cues. Be a fun thing to just kind of put on the background and listen to it. So much amazing Star Wars music. Some of it that I say is the best Star Wars music, but maybe isn't necessarily my favorite songs. So I'm going to put out a top 10 list with some honorable mentions. that you can just kind of put on a listen to, and I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. It'll be no means a list of best Star Wars music, just my personal favorites. And then another one about my personal favorite minis, because we've been talking about this forever, and I thought it'd be fun to tell what my favorite minis are. They're absolutely in no way like necessarily amazing minis or anything like that. It's just all sentimental, and I think it'll be a fun thing to share later. So that's all down the pipeline. You can look forward to that, and I'd love to continue to get, you name it, suggestions, ideas. There's a couple of videos I want to get to, like talking about, various grunts of different price levels, especially for Fringe. I'll work on those as I get time, but I really appreciate all the awesome feedback and so forth. It's been great. And also look out for some more tier list videos. I'll be doing an updated tier list video now that Andor Season 2 is out. I figured it'd be a good time to revisit that since I did one about, 3-4 months ago. So I'll leave it at that, guys. Again, please like, subscribe, and comment. And until next time, have a good one.